Right, so today we're back to talking about individual comic issues. We've had a lot of videos over the last few weeks that haven't been about comic books. I did that weird one where I drank a cup of hot chocolate for a majority of the video. That's going to be the last one of those kinds of things that I'm going to be doing for quite some time, because I don't really want to go down that road again, because I feel like when I do those kinds of videos, they don't do well because they're good videos. They do well because, hey, look at the guy, it's, you know, that kind of thing. I don't think people are watching them because I'm being necessarily entertaining in them. I don't think people are watching them because they're necessarily well made. I think people are watching them because it's short, isn't it? But anyways, I'm going to talk about Spider-Man issue 58 today. This is really good. Again, Spider-Man has been going from strength to strength. This isn't as good as the Kindred stuff, because we're moving away from that and into something else. That's still kind of in the background, but it is very much in the background. As Peter Parker goes to Liz Allen, and Liz Allen doesn't know. Liz Allen is the wife of Harry Osborn. Harry Osborn obviously being Kindred, and she doesn't know that anything's wrong with Harry. She thinks that he's just away in Europe, which obviously he's not. He's Kindred, and he's busy making Peter Parker's life a living hell. And Peter basically tells her, without saying all the stuff about Spider-Man, she basically says, right, Harry's gone down a dark route again, and it takes Normie Osborn to come in and basically show Liz the Goblin Glider and all the pumpkin bombs that are in Harry's cupboard, or in Harry's closet. And how does she not find that? How did she not find all that stuff? How did she not know that it was there? Surely that stuff makes sounds, it makes noises. Surely the pumpkin bombs, they would make some kind of sound or noise, or she would notice Harry lunking around a big giant glider. But the big question is, why has he got all the Goblin gear when Kindred has nothing to do with the Green Goblin itself? He's not a Goblin persona, he's very much the centipedes and stuff. So why has he got all the Goblin gear? And Spider-Man questions that, and whilst this is all going on, Martin Lee has reappeared, the Negative Man, but he's basically said that, so he was shot by the Sin Eater, who every time he shot someone, they would basically become the opposite of themselves, or it would absolve them of their sins and they would become innocent again. And that was only temporary, so Martin Lee now has his sins come back to him and he's becoming Negative Man again. And all of the basically the Negative Man mukes are going to the F.E.A.S.T Centre where Martin Lee has decided to go, and where Aunt May is at the moment, and they're basically going to lay siege to the F.E.A.S.T Centre. And it's an amazing scene. And then Norman Osborn shows up to Liz Allen's house, tells Peter basically, Aunt May's in trouble, you need to go help her. And so Spider-Man suits up, goes to the F.E.A.S.T Centre, and there's a big fight, and then the end, basically. There is some stuff with Wilson Fisk in the background. There is, other stuff in the background as well, obviously leading towards other things. But this whole Mr. Negative arc is the forefront of the story. It's very much Martin Lee, siege on the F.E.A.S.T Centre, saving Aunt May. And let me just tell you, the artwork in this is the best artwork in a Spider-Man issue since the run started. I want this artist to stay. I'm not a big fan of how they draw faces. That's the only thing that I kind of can critique about it. Everything else is beautiful. The fight scenes, the action in this book looks amazing. Like there's the scene, like the second double page spread, where it's not a double page spread on mobile, but it is a double page spread if you're reading a physical book. But essentially it's like Spider-Man jumping down into this like sea of negative man moods, and he's just going bring it on, and that is a beautiful splash page. I'm sure it looks amazing if you're reading it on physical. It looks amazing reading it on mobile. But yeah, this is the kind of thing that I love from comic books. Just give us a really good action sequence, and give us some story, and give us some intrigue, and give us some stuff to look forward to later on. And that's basically what this book does. It's setting up what we're going to get down the pipeline, and it's giving us a really damn good opening into what the new arc is going to be. And yeah, I love this. I solidly think that Spider-Man is one of, if not the best book coming out of Marvel at the moment. It's certainly the best book I read this week so far. I haven't read Werewolf by Night yet. I will be doing a video on Werewolf by Night, the full mini-series. I will be talking about it in depth, and I have opinions about it. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Spider-Man issue 58. It's really good, and you should definitely pick it up if you like Spider-Man and you haven't got onto this run yet. You can start with issue 50. You'll pretty much be able to tell what's going on. You'll be able to like get into it from there. So yeah, Amazing Spider-Man as a run in general, amazing, flawless. Doesn't do well for the first like 50 issues. It's kind of all over the place, but now it's found its footing, and it's really damn good. Nick Spencer knows what he's doing. So yeah, Amazing Spider-Man issue 58. I loved it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.